Have you ever done jazz hands? Ooh, love it. Okay, this Christmas season, loads of amazing music, a lot of amazing family events and gatherings and parties. Oh, wow, wow. Whew, parties. I think there are quite a lot of them this season, and there's going to be a lot of food. I think we need to pace ourselves. So what is it that you look forward to most when you get to a party?
Okay,
What?
of course, the food.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if there is no food, it's not a party. All right? Just know it's just a gathering. It's a music gathering.
It's a meeting.
It's a meeting. Yes, it's a meeting. So for me, I think I really love puff puffs and spring rolls. I love spring rolls.
Spring rolls.
Yeah. What about you?
So me, mosa. You know, mosa is like that plantain mixed with, I think it's flour and some spices.
Oh, nice.
But it's supposed to be like almost overripe plantain that's used.
Yes.
You know, so that I always loved that. But it's interesting you should mention.
But for me, it's spring rolls. And the reason why I love spring rolls is it's really not common.
Yeah.
You see so many times when you go for like parties, they always have puff, 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 puff.
Yeah.
But you don't really have, when you have a good spring roll that is properly done, it's always amazing. Wow. And there was actually a chef that came up, Chef Segun came to the show.
Yeah.
And he made it. And I wasn't here, but I enjoyed watching it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it tasted good.
It was crunchy and delicious.
Oh, lovely.
And it was so rich. There was meat inside and vegetables. Oh, it was lovely. Lovely.
All right, guys, let's see this one together.
Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to the kitchen. Guys, yes, it's the weekend. And for some of us, our weekend is never complete without small chops, right? Aha. Someone can totally relate to that. But hey, who says you need to go to an event to have small chops when you can just make them right there in the comfort of your home? That's what we're making here today, right here in the kitchen this morning. And we have with us Chef Olua Segun. How are you doing this morning?
Fine, man.
Good. He is from the Dunas Culinary School, and this morning he'll be teaching us how to make samosas
And spring roll.
and spring rolls. Ooh. I'm super stoked because those are my favorite finger rolls, snacks from the small chops. What is yours? Is it the banana?
No, it's banana. Yeah, we have banana, but I don't have the banana.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking of the snacks in the small chops.
Yes,
pack.
yes.
There's the banana or the plantain.
Yes.
Puffs.
Yes.
Then there's the puff. Yes. There's the samosas, spring rolls, chicken. What else again is in there?
Chicken, but we're calling this. We have
the hot dogs.
Yes. And
and well, it depends. It always depends on how you like your, small chops. But anyways, we're making spring rolls and samosas right here in the kitchen this morning. So let's talk about the ingredients, Oluwasegun.
Here we have spring onions and what do you call it?
Carrot.
And you can see these two type of onions I sliced. This is tiny for samosa. This is for spring rolls.
Okay.
So this is my flour, and this is yeast. This is sugar, and this cabbage. This is my pepper and onions.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have another pepper and onion mix here.
Yes.
Where is this going into?
This I'm going to add for pop-off and what do you call it? And ingredient of what do you call it? It's samosa and spring roll.
Samosa and
Yes.
spring roll.
Yes.
Okay. So so the way you cut your onions for the spring rolls is different from how you cut it for the samosas.
Yes.
And our mincemeat here, is this for the samosa or the spring roll?
For samosa.
Samosa.
Yes.
Okay, and I see that you have your secret spice here, the Dunas secret spice. It's usually always gives that extra flavor and extra kick that your food needs, and of course we'll be using it for this morning's recipe.
Yes.
So let's get started. Where do we begin?
So I'm going to start with my flour.
Okay. What do you?
This is 500 grams of flour.
Okay.
So we have to use 1 teaspoon of yeast.
Okay.
And sugar, 4 cups of sugar.
Okay.
Yes, 4 cups of sugar.
Okay.
So after that,
So you have to use your sugar to taste, right?
Yes,
Depends
yes.
on how you like. If
You
you
like
want it
it.
really sweet, then you
Yes.
add more sugar.
Sweet,
If you
yes.
don't, then you add a little bit
little
of
sugar. Yes.
Or well, it depends on your health condition. If you have a health condition, then well, you have to, you know, do without it, right?
Yes.
Great. Okay. So what do you need me to do for you? Do you need a bowl? Are we frying or are we baking?
No,
Is this
frying.
going into
Papa
the
is for
oven?
frying.
Okay,
No.
we are frying.
Yes.
Okay. So so we're gonna make puff puff here as well.
Yes.
And spring rolls
And samosa.
and samosas.
Yes.
Okay. Other than the regular way or that other chefs make their samosas or spring rolls, is there any extra thing that you're doing? Any twists you're adding to this one?
Yeah, no, actually,
Just the basic
Yes.
type of samosas.
Yes.
Okay. So what do you need in terms of mixing? Because I assume you want to mix
Yes,
your
I'm going
batter
to-
now.
yes, I'm going to mix my
Okay,
batter
so
now.
you need a bowl.
Yes,
to do
bowl to
that.
mix
Okay.
it.
So I'll help you get a bowl. You have a bowl over there, just right behind you. You could use that. Ensure that it's clean before
Yes.
you use it. Right.
Very
So if you're just joining us, guys, with me in the kitchen is Segun from the WUN Culinary School, and this morning he'll be making samosas, spring rolls, and puff puff. The puff puff is like the extra that you need because I mean there is no small chops without puff puff, right? I feel like it's the first thing people usually binge on, but for me, the samosas actually are my first go-to when the minute I'm with a bowl of small chops, I just dig right into the samosas. And yes. And how do you like your small chops, guys? Let us know on all our socials. Do not forget to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. I'd really, really like to know how you enjoy your small chops. And what's your favorite small chop? Is it the samosas? Is it the spring roll? Is it the chicken? Well, everyone loves chicken. Or is it the hot dogs? Or the puff puff? Or the plantain mousse? Okay, so we'll get mixing our batter in a bit for our puff puff, samosa, and spring roll. And so quickly, go ahead. You were gonna pour in the flour, right?
Yes.
And so as you can see, everything here is done in a very safe and hygienic way. He's wearing a glove, so ensure that your hands are clean and free of dirts when mixing your batter. Fantastic. Okay, so now that we have our flour in a bowl, what's going in next?
Yes, actually, I have to use like the measurement spoon to measure
Your yeast.
my yeast.
Okay, do you
because
have your measurements?
No, I don't remind to bring it. So
Okay.
what I want to do, I'm going to use my hand to measure it.
Yeah, because for some people, well, not all of us have measuring spoons.
Yes.
I don't have measuring spoons.
Yes.
So please show me with your hand.
Okay. So I'm going to take like,
Okay, just a little.
Yes.
Okay. What does the yeast do, though?
okay, the yeast make it rise.
Oh, it gives it that
Yes,
swirling.
swirl up,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
Yes, so I'm going to add
Okay.
now
And it's important that you use it.
yeast.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great.
So I'm going to use my sugar.
Now sugar goes
Yes.
in. Oh, Segun is being very generous with that sugar.
So now I'm going to mix it,
Okay.
the dry ingredient together.
Oh, so we are mixing the dry ingredients
Together,
first.
yes.
And then
Before
we-
adding water.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Fantastic. Guys, if you're watching and this is something you want to try out this weekend, do not forget to let us know. This is very important for us and to us. And if you feel like you're just tuning in and you missed out on anything that we've done so far, you could check it later on our YouTube page at tvcentertainment.tv. You catch all the details right there. Yes. Okay, so right here in the bowl we have our flour, sugar, and a bit of yeast for rising.
Yes.
It's like it's a rising agent. I think it's also a must-have for every snack. Right. Great. So okay.
Okay, now I'm going to add water.
Okay. So we're going to add water to the mix.
Yes.
How much water are we using? Very small or a lot of water? Go
Not
ahead and
a
get
lot
your
of
water. Okay. So we're going to, mix this in a bit.
Actually, I have to use the measurement of what I call it, like measurement. The thing that we used to measure the water.
Okay. So
Because
do you need me to help you pour in the
yes,
water?
because I don't have to pour everything at once. I'm
Okay.
going to like a
No,
little.
just show me
little
how you want me how
Okay,
you want
yeah,
to
you
do
can
it.
add
Okay.
water,
So
yes.
just add a bit of water.
bit. Yeah, wait.
Is that enough?
Not enough.
It's not enough yet?
Yes.
Okay. So we're
You
just
can add
doing-
more, yes.
Okay, add more water.
Yes.
Ah, okay. Is that okay?
No.
Huh?
No.
Add more
Not okay.
water?
Yes.
Okay. So this is for what exactly? Is it the samosa or the puff-puff or the spring? Oh, puff-puff, okay.
Yes.
So are we adding more water?
Yes.
Okay, there's a lot of water going
The reason why I'm adding is a little water, so I don't want it to be watery.
Oh, so you have to, you know, take it in
Yes.
gradually so
Yes.
that you don't overdo it.
Yes.
And you don't want to have but what happens if you add so much water into the batter?
Yeah, it won't form very well.
Ah, okay. And yeah, then when you put it in the oil, it just, you know, splatters.
Yes, look like akara.
Ah, okay. There's nothing wrong with puff akara, but that's still okay. You need more water?
Yes.
Okay. How
Yes.
much water? Just very little.
Yes, a little. Yeah, it's okay enough.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put this down here while we mix our batter. All right. I always assumed that you use eggs for puff.
Yes, but it's optional.
Okay.
Yes.
It's optional.
Yes.
Fantastic. So we are going to make sure that all of the flour and everything goes in. So how long is this gonna take?
But this is not much, but I think like 35 minutes before you
To
rise
keep,
up.
you know, yeah, so you have to keep massaging.
No, not like that. Like 6 minutes is okay to
Okay,
massage it
massaging.
very well.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
6
So then you
minutes.
leave it.
Yes. Now cover it. Just cover it and keep it one side so it will rise up. Just leave it like 45 minutes. It will rise up.
Okay,
Yes.
it's for it to rise.
Rise.
Aha. Interesting stuff happening here in the kitchen. If puff-puff is something you want to make this weekend, you should stay with us. Yes, you should. We are making puff-puff, samosas, and spring rolls. And we have, right here, we are making our puff-puff. And in the bowl, we have our flour, sugar, a bit of yeast, and water. And Segun is making sure that the flour is properly mixed in, right?
Yes.
Yes. And I see that all those lumps have, they're dissolving gradually, not all of it, but it's, you know, we're making progress.
Yes.
Is this it?
Yes, but I'm going to add a little water. It's too...
Okay, it's too thick.
Yes.
We need to add more water.
Just a little.
Okay, just a little. I will not be the reason this puff. Because not puff. I will not be the reason we are having puff akara in this kitchen today. So, yeah, I'm just going to be following Segun's direction with our puff. Right, so, interesting. Puff is one of those things I've never done before, but who knows? I may just make it this weekend. Well, now I can maybe now even add milky puff. Add milk into the puff, so that when you're and chocolate. So we're going to leave this to rise for 45 minutes.
Yes.
So we're going to cover this up and leave it to rise for 45 minutes and then fry. For those of you who are fans of small chops, and you can always sometimes even have to crash a party just to have their small chops. Well, here we are. We are here to teach you how to make your own small chops so that you can stop being embarrassment to the public. Thank you very much. I'm just kidding. But guys, so Segun, over to you. So first, let's establish what we quickly did with our puff, and then we move over to our small chops and spring rolls.
So now I'm going to mix batter for
the puff. Let's establish what we did here, right here with the puff.
Okay.
So in the first hour, Segun taught us how to make puff. So go ahead, tell us what's in the bowl.
So this is my batter.
Yeah.
We got pepper there, we have flour, we have what they call it?
Yeast.
Yes, yeast and sugar and salt. Sorry, I forgot to add what they call salt before and what they call it?
Sugar.
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg,
Yes.
okay. What does the nutmeg do though? Just extra flavor?
Yes, perfect.
Just enhance the flavor.
Yes.
And then a bit of salt, not so much because we don't want the salt to overpower the puff, the flour. And then, well, sugar to taste, as much sugar as you like. And we added our yeast as a rising agent.
Yes.
And then our nutmeg. So we just grated a bit of nutmeg in there to just give it more flavor. And we've been leaving it to sit for how long now?
I've not yet raised up.
Okay, it's not risen yet. It's
Yes,
still going
yes,
through
still
that
going,
process. Okay,
yes.
so that's why we covered it up and left it here. So we are leaving it to rise for 45 minutes?
Yes.
Right, before we begin frying. But while that is sitting pretty over there, let us begin to work on our samosas.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So, Segun,
So?
what are we doing first?
I'm going to add my flour into a bowl.
Okay, more flour. I feel like flours are a must-have. Right.
Add sugar,
Okay.
only sugar and salt.
Sugar and salt.
No yeast.
No yeast.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Okay. How much sugar? I mean, how much salt are you adding in there? Just a sprinkle,
yes,
right?
Pinch, just a pinch
Just
of
a
salt.
pinch of salt.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes. You can
And
use it.
I see earlier on you were stir frying the minced meat. You want to
Yes.
tell us what you used while frying that?
Just only salt.
Okay.
Parboil the meat.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Just salt.
Yeah, just only salt.
Onions and pepper.
Yes.
Okay.
Salt.
Why no seasonings?
No seasoning yet.
Why?
Now, when I want to, if I want to make the sauce of samosa, I'm going to add all the seasoning
Oh, then you put in the seasoning.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So for our samosas, this is for the
Yes.
samosa, right?
there. Yes.
Great. Okay, so in there we have a pinch of salt,
Yes, and
sugar to
sugar.
taste,
Yes.
and flour. Right. So it's getting pretty exciting here in the kitchen, yes. And that's because I love samosas, and it's only good food that can make me sing like this. I know, I'm having too much fun, right? Okay, so that's a bit of water going in there. Okay, let's mix it up pretty nicely. Just tell me what you need me to do. I'm your sous chef.
Oh,
Yeah, so how much water do you need me to add? More water?
just a little water.
Okay,
She won't allow it to be watery, just to make the skin of samosa and spring
okay,
roll. Yes.
okay. So we're not adding too much water to the
Water,
flour.
Yes.
Okay, so we're just gonna take it easy.
Yes.
And at every turn of water, we need to pay attention to the consistency.
Yes.
Okay, before we add more water to
yes.
the mix.
Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. That's looking good. So are we gonna add more water or just
No,
okay?
it's okay. Okay.
This is okay?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So what are we looking out for here? Is it the very thick consistency or something, or light?
Not too light, not too thick.
Okay, just somewhere in between.
Yes.
Okay. Because we are going to fold the samosas, right? So you
Yes.
don't need it to be,
It's
you don't
too
need the
watery.
batter to be watery. or
Watery.
you don't want it light. You want to
Yes.
make it thick. Okay. Looking nice, looking nice.
So, it's done now.
Is this enough?
Yes.
Okay. There's still lumps in there though, is that okay?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay.
Yes.
If you're just joining us, guys, with me in the kitchen is Chef Segun of Dunes Culinary School. And this morning, he's making small chops. And for our small chops this morning, we're having samosas, spring rolls, and puff. I asked earlier on for you guys to tell me what your favorite small chops is. Is it the samosa, spring roll, the plantain mosa, right? That's what it's called. And some people use bananas. Yeah, so the plantain or banana mosas, is it the hot dog, is it the chicken? I know we all love chicken. And sometimes you even have to go fighting for chicken. There's no chicken in our samosa. Yeah, so which of these are your favorite? Let us know on all our socials. Do not forget to use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Would like to know that you're a part of what's happening here in the kitchen. And if you're just catching up on us and you're like, oh, I've missed so much, don't worry, guys. We're on YouTube. Just go to tvcentertainment.tv and you'll find us there. Right there, guys. And you can binge on us all weekend. Yes, you can. Was it TVC Entertainment and Chill, right? Just binge, watch all the episodes. You're there. Okay, so now that our batter is ready, what
Yes.
do we do?
So, I'm going to start preparing my sauce.
Okay, so we're going to begin preparing our sauce for our samosas.
Yes.
And for our vegetables, we are using spring onions, carrots, and onions. And of course, we are going to add in some pepper and our minced meat, right? Fantastic.
Now,
for the story.
we have Etta Joe here. She is, Joe Maria here. And she's wondering, with myself, how we're looking on those small chops. How's it going?
Our small chops is coming on really nicely. It's still in the oil,
Okay.
frying up, and Segun is making more samosas. But it's not exactly ready yet, but we're hopeful that in the next few minutes it will be ready for Etta to have some before she leaves.
Yes. So
And yeah, well done, Segun. Segun has been really hard at work. Well done.
small chops, there's a reason why they're so tasty. A lot of passion goes into putting it together. But Etta, you like small chops?
I don't mind.
You don't mind at all?
At all. That's
All right,
a
then.
surprise, by the way. Thank you.
Well, not to worry. Loads of small chops coming your way.